Morning peeps, good morning everyone, how's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget as well to like and share the vids. Alright, quick vid this one. We have a Tyson Fury update. Not the update we want, but an update nonetheless. The update we want is that Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk has been signed, sealed and will be delivered. It isn't that. The update we've got is that Tyson Fury, according to those in the know, will be back and will fight April 29th, Wembley Stadium. Opponent to be announced. Look, this is just nonsense, isn't it? It really is now. It's dragging on. We know when Tyson Fury beat Derek Chisora and Alexander Usyk stepped on the apron, I thought that was that. I thought, okay, here we go. Alexander Usyk is there for a reason, and this is the sell. This is where it starts. Here we are now. Here we are now, coming towards the end of February, and we still, for some reason, haven't been given the fight we want. The fight we want is the undisputed heavyweight title fight, and that hasn't been delivered to us because of what? Like, what is it now? It's clearly just about money, isn't it? It's just about money because the date's there, the stadium's there, the belts are there, the opponents aren't. I don't know if it's greed. Look, I've always said, look, know your worth as a fighter. Tyson Fury knows his worth now. Tyson Fury has a figure. Every fighter always tells you this when you speak to them. I have a figure. This is my figure. I think Billy Joe Saunders actually mentioned it in an interview with, we'll talk about Billy Joe maybe sometime in the week. But Billy Joe said, look, I've got my figure. This is my figure. Chris Eubank's got his figure. Liam Smith has got his figure. If you want us to fight, that's the figure. And I almost feel like Tyson Fury now, because of his growth, right? I mean, Tyson Fury's growth in the last 5 years is insane. But because of that growth, because he's now doing stadiums as opposed to arenas, that figure is a lot bigger. We don't know the pay-per-view numbers he's doing. We were led to believe his pay-per-view against Derek Chisora did 500,000. I doubt that very, very much, but he's going to do good numbers. Fact is, though, he sells out stadiums, or at least gets very, very close to selling out. So he has a figure, and I don't know if he's budging for that figure. Alexander Usyk will also have a figure because Alexander Usyk is a unified heavyweight champion. Alexander Usyk is pound for pound for me #1. He has his own figure. Now, if you're Frank Warren and if you're, who else will be involved? Bob Arum, Queensbury, BT Sports, you also have your figures. And what I mean by that is that you have a figure where, okay, we can guarantee you this and we can guarantee you that. And unfortunately, the thing that we can guarantee you both doesn't equate to your figures. Hopefully you enjoyed that maths lesson I just gave you guys. That's the problem. BT Sports will say Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk, the pot we have, bearing in mind what we think this fight will do, they'll kind of have a number in mind. The pot we have is 45 million. I'm just chucking a figure out there. Tyson, your guarantee is 30. Alexander Usyk, your guarantee you want is 20. One of you have to move a bit because we don't have that figure. That's what's happening right now, people. Obviously, look, those aren't the figures, and just play with me for a while. Those aren't the figures, but hey, but that's what's going on. Look, do I think, gun to the head, we are going to see April 29th an undisputed heavyweight title fight? Yes, I do. I do believe it's going to happen because regardless of their figures, neither are going to make that figure fighting anyone else unless you chuck in Wilder or AJ into the equation, right? No one's going to make that money. They're going to make that money that they want against each other. Obviously, that they had a dream of going to Saudi and really cashing in. The Saudis were like, no. So now, obviously, we're discussing Wembley and the figures are slightly different. Let's play a game. If it isn't Alexander Usyk, let's have a look. Who can it realistically be? Who can it be? Like, remember, Tyson Fury isn't just a fighter that fights in arenas now. He's a fighter that does stadiums. They would have penciled in Wembley Stadium. They would have looked at the date. Frank Warren would have called Wembley Stadium. Can you hold that for us? Yes, we can. Okay, who's he fighting? Because Wembley Stadium is 90,000. You can't just fight any, Tom, Dick and Harry. You've got to fight someone of note, right, to fill it. As good as Tyson Fury is, he does need a good dance partner. So let's have a look and see who realistically, if it's not Alexander Usyk, and again, I believe it will be, who can the Gypsy King, the lineal heavyweight champion, get in the ring with that makes any sense? Let's quickly go to BoxRec and have a look. Let's go down the list. All right. Alexander Usyk, obviously, we'll park that one. AJ, no. Andy Ruiz, maybe, right? And we still don't know what's going on there. I'm just playing a game. Bear in mind, I know Andy Ruiz is contracted to PBC, but look, who knows, right? Andy Ruiz, look, he wants the Deontay Wilder fight, but he would take the Tyson Fury fight. Fact, he'll take it. And, by the way, he's a dance partner. Everyone knows who he is because of the AJ fights. He will do good numbers. That will do good numbers, and BT Sports would be over the moon. And I actually think Tyson Fury would be over the moon with that fight. Joe Joyce, no, he's fighting Zhilei Zhang. Deontay Wilder, there's been some talk about a full fight between them. Both of them now have rubbished that. That ain't going to happen. Dillian White, no. Luis Ortiz, no. Joseph Parker, friends, no. Daniel Dubois, Frank Warren would never do that, no. Chisora, done already. Pulev, we move on. Frank Sanchez, absolutely not. The risk reward is just not there. No one, and I'm talking casuals here, because let's be honest, 90,000 at Wembley, 60,000 would know who Frank Sanchez is. So, and he's very, very good. Very, very good. You're not doing that. Martin Bacoli, no. F.A. Jagba, no. Not because the risk reward, it's just not going to be a Jagba, is it? Let's be brutally honest. Tony Yoka, he's returning in a couple of weeks. No. Otto Volin, we've already done that. Hergovich. Don't mind it. Don't mind it. Is it going to happen? No. Don't mind it. Helenius, still unconscious from that Wilder fight, right? Sorry, that was harsh, but you know what I mean. He's done. Wardley, no. Gassiev's fighting in a couple of weeks' time. No. Zhilei Zhang, no. Kalnaki, I think he might have retired. Jared Anderson, no. There's only a couple of, literally, how many no's have I just said there? And I've just gone from 1 to 30, by the way. There isn't anyone. I mean, there's only a couple of, like, of all the ones I just mentioned, the only one I was like, is Ruiz. That's it. Ruiz is probably going to fight Wilder. So this is my point. I feel like Tyson Fury and Frank Warren, by saying we're going to fight April 29th, Wembley Stadium, like Usyk, make your mind up. Well, no. If I'm Usyk, I'm like, okay, I'll put my feet up, because who are you going to fight? Who are you going to fight? You know, so it will be Usyk. They will come to an agreement. I'm confident of it. Confident it's going to happen. And I can't wait for it to happen. But at least we know there is a date now. And not just us, but if you're other promoters and broadcasters, you want to know that as well. And the reason I say that is because you don't want to go head to head with Tyson Fury. No one is going to be watching your fight. I think Eddie's talking about Dalton Smith versus Sam Maxwell. But even Eddie said to me yesterday, we'll wait and see what Tyson Fury does. Because what's the point? What's the point in putting on a fight card when Fury's fighting? And there's no point. Even Sky will do exactly the same thing. Well, Tyson Fury, April 29th. Okay, we're not doing anything April 29th. So as long as we have a date, we can start to plan ourselves around it. Anyway, as I said, quick video. Peace and love.